be done by a person. Well, to say about this person, distinguished Toastmaster Raghavan Sridhar is a Toastmaster since 2012. He is currently working in Ericsson as a product development leader, and he credits all of his progress personally and professionally to Toastmasters. He was a district champion in the ISC contest in 2022. He has also been a district finalist in evaluation and TT contests in the past. So he's a blogger, violinist, and a father. And his 6-year-old daughter is his biggest inspiration today. Well, let's leave all this introduction. Well, if you ask me if I'm in a situation wherein life says, Bharat, you have to go, you have two options. Either you can go to your movie of your favorite actor Surya, or you can go to Toastmaster Raghavan's educational section. Guess what I will choose? Definitely Toastmaster Rahul Sridhar. And you will know why later. And with this, I would like to hand over the stage to our district champion.
Thank you, Bharat. Thanks a lot. Well, no pressure, huh? No pressure at all. Thank you, Bharat, for setting the stage very nicely. Vellore Toastmasters. Wow, good afternoon. I love these intimate spaces. There's something about the stage. She was saying in your nervousness you drank the water, right? I will finish off the rest of the water. Because the stage is a very sacred space. The energy, the nervousness, what it brings to you, nowhere else you get that energy, that magic you cannot get anywhere. And so I've titled this session In Search of the Championship. Now, first of all, tell me how many of you here are Toastmasters, regular Toastmaster members? Okay, good. How many of you, thank you, how many of you know there is something called contest in Toastmasters? Speech contests. You have heard of it, right? Great. How many of you know, in his introduction, he said, I'm a district champion. How many of you know what that is? Couple of you know that, right? Okay, good. Well set stage. Which means there is something for me. Even if I lie, nobody will find out. See what happens in Toastmasters. Every season there are contests. There are 4 different contests in Toastmasters. Because why do you learn? You will get tested somewhere, no? That's when you can prove it. There are 4 contests. One, prepared speech, on the spot speech. Okay. Next is evaluation and humorously speaking. Humorously speaking, most weak point doesn't come, but other contests have always contested. Right? So I joined Toastmasters in 2012. How many of you were born in 2012? All of you. Nobody is making that. Okay, yeah. So 2012, right? So I joined Toastmasters in 2012. And from 2012, I have been contesting. 2013, 2014, I contested. 2015, I got married. Different contest. 2016, 17, 18, I contested. 19 and 20, I was an area director. Then 2021 and 2022. Until 2021, I kept failing. I kept failing and failing and failing and failing. Either I failed in the club level or the next level, which is the area I failed. Or I went to the next level division, I failed. And sometimes I went to the district, the ultimate final space, and there also I failed. So I kept failing and failing and failing and failing and failing until 2022 when I won. Imagine the dream. 10 years you carried. 10 years. It was 2012 when I joined Toastmasters, I knew there was a potential. The dream took center stage. And then for 10 years I was chasing. How many of you have chased something for 10 years? Has that happened to you ever? Something you've chased for a long time, finally you get it. Right? So this is the first question. Right? I told you I've been contesting and failing and contesting and failing. 2022 I won. There was an online contest. I was locked in a room. My wife and kids were in the living room watching TV doing something. And then the results are getting announced. Third prize, Toastmaster Sham. Second prize, Toastmaster Selva. And they're like, so close, so close. First prize, Raghavan Sridhar. Like mad then. Do you know what I did immediately after I won? What would you have done, Kaushik?
Right.
Right? What would you have done?
Somersaulted.
Somersaulted? Yeah, jumped. What would you have done? Jumping. Surana, what would you have done? Shouted? You know what I did? I went to the other room and I slept. Because suddenly there was nothing else for me. I won more. So I slept. And then I wake up sometime later, my wife is sitting near me. It's okay. The speech wasn't that great. What do you mean? Yeah, you didn't win it. So, hey, I won. And then she said, what the hell are you sleeping for? Right? But you know the lesson, right? When you don't win, there is a fire inside. Even if you are not, even if that doesn't mean so much to you, the fire inside you doesn't stop. But when you suddenly win, that fire sort of goes away from that. You sleep. Why am I telling you this? I'm telling you this because my story is not about that trophy. Whatever I'm going to share with you today is the story of these trophies. And for those of you who don't know Toastmasters contest design, what happens is you contest in this club. Top three go to the next level. There are one club, you contest with yourself, top three go to the next level. Next level is area. A area is a collection of 4 clubs. So champions from each of these 4 clubs will come, will contest. Top three from the area will go to the division. 3 or 2 over 2. Top 2 will go to the division level. See, I even forgotten that. Victory does that. And then you go to the division, right? Division is a collection of 4 areas. Each area has 4 clubs, so 4 fours are
16.
16. Good mathematics. And then you go there. You know how many people go to the district level? 1. And all these trophies I got when I was second in the division. And you know what that means? Second in division. It means your journey has come to a stop. You have actually done, right? You have finished second, you are at the podium. But then they say go home. So don't go with that trophy. So that trophy is actually a punishment. You have won a trophy, you won, you have come second. And yet, like the start you get 30% tax. Right? So when you come second at division, what happens to you? When you come second in life, what happens to you? When there is a doctor who is better than you, when there is a colleague who gets promoted, when you come 1 mark away from being the topper, how do you feel? When you come second in business, what happens? Hey, the world does remember you. Yeah. If the topper is not giving me something in my prize quotation, then I will go to the second place. You become second. Right? And in that moment, the fire inside has to burn. And so in my Toastmaster journey of 12 years now, the 10 years I kept chasing this elusive trophy. What I learned was that that trophy is just a piece of furniture. You keep it somewhere there. But all these are what you take to heart. So if there is one thing I will tell you today, learn to relish when you don't win. Because when you win, you want to sleep. And I still remember my wife. She said, it's not even such a great speech. But that's not one. It's like Jai Ho for A.R. Rahman. Not his best song, but it got Oscar. Not two. So friends, the assignment Bharat gave me was to tell you how to make your speech impactful. Every word you speak, be it at your work, be it as a doctor, we have doctors here, be it as a businessman, be it as a student, be it as a father, as a son, as a child, as a sibling, anything and everything you speak, how do you make it powerful? That's what I'm going to talk to you about. Okay, 5 tips I learned from my Toastmasters journey that will help you make an arresting speech that can win you people's hearts. Trophies is another thing. If you're contesting and I am your opponent, you won't win. I will win. But yeah, but you can hold people's hearts. How do we do that? Okay. And now from now on, whatever you see on screen, try to follow some breadcrumbs. Every letter that is in bold, follow it. Because it's going to lead us somewhere. Okay, it's a treasure map. All right. The first. Okay. So what do we have in store? We will see 5 tips for delivering impactfully. I will also talk to you about a secret ingredient that has helped me a lot. That will help you regardless of what profession you are in. It's not a Toastmasters generic point. It's a general secret for public speaking. And then finally, we will do some question and answer discussion. Okay, the first tip to delivering extremely powerful and impactful speeches starts with the letter yes. Note down the letters in bold, huh? That's your treasure map. So, what do you think it will be? What is a characteristic of a powerful speech? Starts with the letter yes. How should a speech be? You already saw examples. Give me a word starting with letter yes. Pressure? Hmm. No. Strong. Strong? Hmm. Sorry?
Specific point.
Hmm. Close.
Specific
What should the format be? All of this is good. How do you bring strength? How do you bring specificity?
Success story.
Brilliant. Hey, the doctor could have just said she had fear of driving, right? She could have just said, I have a brush and a pen changed my life. And yet, how did they bring it to you? They brought it to you with a story, right? She spoke to you about Talipova, the song, right? You don't know the song. She never mentioned the song. Yet, is it there in your mind or not? How? She never even mentioned it, right? And did you see the brilliant child in that painting? I think I'll never forget that face. Why? Because it was a story. And human mind is a suckler for stories. From the Kaka Vadasutta story until every story the politicians keep feeding you today, we fall for it, no? We fall for it. You fall for the politics, you fall for the leadership, you fall for the lies. You just fall for it because a story. So when you want to go home and tell, oh, I love somebody, create a story there. I did it. Success also. I married now, not so successful, but yeah. When you are able to create a story, your colleagues, your patients, teachers will find out, but to teachers also, your customers, to people you interact with, don't just say something happened. If you're able to create a pre and a post, that story, like I told you, will reach out and hold your hearts, and you will never get. I could have just told you, right? I won once, I didn't win many times. I'm going to teach you or share with you whatever I learned when I lost. If I didn't tell you the story of how I slept, it wouldn't reach you, right? So always try to make the story. Next, perhaps the most important facet of a powerful speech. What do you think? Yeah.
Practice.
Sorry?
Practice.
Almost. Sorry? There is a clue on the screen.
Patience.
Plan. No. When you go to the stage, you are not being patient, you are just speaking.
Patient.
You know which is the loudest word in the speech? It is the one that you don't speak. The loudest volume, loudest word in a speech is the one you don't speak. You will all be looking at me, and yet when I suddenly stop, all of you taking no suddenly look at it happens to any stage, any audience, anywhere, even in front of your biggest enemy, you just shut up. People are like, what happened? So I'm not saying go to the stage, 5 minutes speech or 4 minutes, you stay silent. That's what I'm saying. A pause is a strategic facet. And when you're able to master the art of pausing on stage, when the heat is there, when you're nervous, when the butterflies are taking hold, when you want to really sip water, when you're just there and your heart is beating on your face, have you felt that suddenly your face is beating? You learn to pause at a strategic space and let the words linger. That's when the audience come very close. Until then, the audience is sitting there, you are here. But when you pause, you and the audience come close to each other. Try it next time. Try it when you are speaking anywhere, and then you will see the effect of a pause. So, if you have taken the next clue, it's P. Now, the third, again, I'm just bragging a little bit, putting a trophy and all. If you didn't see the trophy earlier, now you can see it. But yeah, again, a facet, especially we as South Indians are against. We don't usually do it, right? We sort of go away from this. I will tell you why also, but can you guess the slightly complicated, but a facet of your speech? Ego, you're there, but it's another form of ego. Engaging, yeah, but not so much. No. Slightly complicated word. No. Energy is, yeah. Both of you are there. Mix ego and energy, and you take this word. Since it is a little complex, I will share it with you. It's being emphatic. See, in Tamil Nadu is the only place where if there are 100 singers, all of them want to sing like SPB. If you hear Kali Pogade of Sid Sriram, nobody goes home and sings it in your voice, right? You all start showing, why? Sid Sriram can sing there, and you don't do that, right? We have a habit of following people. We have a habit of trying to be like someone because success is so elusive. In the north of India, it doesn't happen because they're very aggressive personalities. They are like, hey, kya hai? I know what to even I know what I will take. Even that they will only scold you. But us, we are a little soft in that way. We try to mimic, we try to follow because success has always been a little away from us. So we think successful people we should follow them. And so you know what happens in Toastmasters contests? Every year in Toastmasters contests, at least 5 grandfathers die. People come with speakers, no, they kill their grandfather. Oh, you my grandfather. I have seen more deaths in Toastmasters speeches than in my life. Because they think emotion from the bottom, emotion should come kill my grandfather. He's already dead up, it's okay. Hey, you don't have a grandfather, no, I will borrow his grandfather. I will kill him. So what happens is we try to mimic someone else. We are not confident of our own stories. I wanted to learn driving. My father put me in a learning school. I learned driving. Nothing psychologically bad. Now I will also create a story. I was driving, my father died. And then but see how attractive her story is. I will think, my story, nothing. I learned a night and now I am driving the next version. That's all. I thought that my life is not attractive enough. What is there in my life to create a speech? From wherever to wherever, not even 1 kg I have lost. What story? I don't have a story like him. Right? So we think original me is not good enough. And so what do? We borrow. We create an imaginary story. We create imaginary punchlines. And so you're not emphatic. You know what my story was in 2021, which is my wife's favorite speech. 2022 is my favorite speech, I will tell you that also. In 2021, my speech was called Sachin Sachin. When I was growing up, I wanted to become Sachin Tendulkar. How many of you boys have wanted to be cricketers? Oh, Vellore is not a culture. I Chennai, very few players. Even girls would race. I wanted to become a boy and then become a cricketer because my father. In Chennai, it is popular. But you would have wanted to become a sportsman. You would have wanted to become something else, but today you are something else. How many of you have done that? I am not what I wanted to become. So in my case, I wanted now it's about okay. Now I wanted to become a cricketer. IPL was not there then. My father said, Raghav, you're wearing glasses, you can't play cricket. I fell for it. I was watching Saurav Ganguly bat, wearing glasses. My father says, if you are wearing glasses, you cannot become a cricketer. Oh, okay, pa. That is me. I made a story out of it. Right? My biggest dream was to one day go to Chepauk Stadium, which is in Chennai, right next to my house. 50,000 people screaming, Raghavan, Raghavan. I wanted that. That was my childhood dream. I thought cricket was the only way to achieve it. I didn't win. I gave up on it. And then I became a Toastmaster 2012, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Contest I wanted to win because when I win in a contest, they will say, first place goes to DTM Raghavan, and then the entire audience will come on, yeah, give it. Give it up. This was my dream. But I didn't win, no? Even when I was doing the speech, I didn't win. So you know what I was doing? I blamed my father for me not becoming a creator. So who can I blame for not winning in Toastmasters? No. Judges don't want to mark me. Judges fought. I got angry. And at work, somebody else was getting promoted. Who should I blame?
Manager.
Manager. No, manager, not my man. What? That was my speech. Every time I fail, I blame someone else. So the question to you is, who are you to blame? Wow. Good background music. It could have come 1 minute later, but yeah, still. So that was my speech. I turned my failure into a speech. Why did that? Even today, there are many people in our district who ping me saying, Raghavan, Raghavan, how are you? Some people say audio message even today because the speech has captured hearts. Why? Simple one. No, all of you wanted to become something else. Life put you somewhere. You all raise your hands. No? Your story is remarkable. You have to believe it. And when you do, so emphatic, so original, so strong, just like your life story. I can also say I wanted to become a painter. I wasn't great, and then I became great. And I can show the same picture you showed, but the audience will know. They will definitely know if you are not emphatic. Now this picture, let's just look at it. Bharat, you also do it. Nice picture, no? Most favorite picture. This was taken in 2018. Kaushik is like, this was in 2018. In 2018 was the first time I cleared the division. First place in division. Rocking speech. I was on fire on the speech. On the division stage, nobody to match me. I was a cracker speech. It is about speed breakers. About how many have to drive bikes? All of you, right? I have this habit. When I drive the bike, when I'm bored, you know what I do? I tell myself. There is a Bharat also going the bike, I Bharat to race. Bharat doesn't know. Race. I say, okay, that red color car there is the cross line. I am racing. Bharat has no idea. I race and I go and say, Bharat, you lost, I won. I don't know if you have done that. I have done that. Okay? So I do this a lot. And so one day in 2018, in 2017, what happened is, just in Chennai, 10 kilometers from my office, I go on the road. It's hot like this day, and then there's somebody guy. Okay, I'm going to race this guy. And I race, and there is an Audi showroom. I go across, I come out and say, I won. And I am celebrating. Suddenly, this guy comes very close to me, revs up his throttle, and then goes away. Namapaya. He is also racing. And then a race starts. Then we both keep racing. I go ahead, he goes ahead. I go ahead, he goes ahead. I go ahead, he goes ahead. For half an hour, we are racing. Racing. The girls are like, you know what I'm thinking? My mom's friend. We keep racing, we keep racing, we keep racing. I go ahead, he goes ahead. I go ahead, he goes ahead. There is no winner. Like 1 kilometer away from work, there is a major right turn. I think, okay, this guy is going to turn right. That signal, I'm focused, I'm revving up, driving responsibly, but still racing. So go, and then I win. I say, yes, I'm winning, I'm turning around. That guy is also coming next to me. So the race is not ended. So we are going. And then my office building is up ahead 100 meters. Okay, now milestone. We are going. I win, I turn. This guy also turns. Oh, same office building. And then security guard will ask ID card, right? I show my ID and I see that he is showing an ID. Same tag. Meaning both of the same organization. So there are about 5-6 turns to the parking lot. Have you gone to IT buildings? There are multiple speed breakers, right? So there are so many speed breakers. So I'm racing. I hate speed breakers. Every time I hit a speed breaker, that guy comes and goes through. His bike is better. Bike, let the bike. I go, he goes. He's winning. Every time there's a speed breaker, this guy is winning. And then I realized one final speed breaker. Yesterday night they have put up villains. Park pavement, speed breaker, small gap, and a pavement again. Recently built speed breaker has a small gap. Few meters away from the parking lot. I have to win at any cost. Now speed breakers, I'm losing. No? So what I say, okay, we'll do one thing. Take that small gap, avoid the speed breaker and win. Good plan, no? So I study myself. I crisscross the road. I balance myself, perfect gear, perfect speed, perfect mechanism, full concentration. I slowly navigate and I come out thinking I will win. I turn, this guy didn't even mind the speed break. Chuck, chuck, chuck. He went. And I lost the race. 45 minutes of driving this guy. I tried to avoid the speed breaker. He won. So my speech was, speed breakers are like challenges in life. Instead of trying to avoid them, if you just face them, you might win. So face your challenges. Good speech, no? One of the division now. Cracking speech, people are clapping in between. In between, I had to stop speaking because they wanted to clap. And then I went to the district. The district finals happened in Sri Lanka in 2018. Go to the hall, 1,500 seater. People are seeing me from ground floor. People are seeing me from first floor also. It's such a huge hall. And I go there and I'm like breathing it in, and then I'm delivering the speech. We are in the middle of the race, that middle place where he's also joining me. We are racing, right? Such a high octane speech, no? Just racing. There is one gentleman right in the middle, right where you are sitting. Among the 1,500, he catches my eye. He's wearing a red shirt, white dots, and he's doing this. And I lose it. I lose my speech. I lose my focus. I lose my attention. I forgot what I was. 2018, huh? So 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, my fifth year of trying. Finally cracked vision. Not the biggest auditorium in my life. Among the 1,500 plus people. What's your name? How dare you?
It's okay.
I still have nightmares about that gentleman. Red shirt, white dots. Look at the speech, no? You felt, where were you when I was driving? In your mind, and I was driving, where were you? In the driver's seat, right? Do you drive a bike? And yet you were in the driving seat, no? Thanks for not smiling much. None of you might have done this monkey business, yet you are with me in the driver's seat, right? And right in the middle, when the race is happening, your heart is also pumping. No? In that moment, somebody is. Oh boy. And then I lost it. I could not recover. That speech bombed. I spent 5 torturous minutes on stage. I don't know what I spoke. I came down, and then one of my friends, Mr. He's still till date. He's saying, I don't believe you won the speech contest in 2020. You cannot win. How can you win now? What kind of speech you gave? He doesn't believe I'm a good speaker even today. He's coming to me and he's like, it's okay, don't contest anymore. You don't want to insult yourself. I'm division champion. Okay, that's fine. But what you did today was horrible. So I failed to adapt to challenge. I failed to adapt to a crisis. I failed to adapt to a question thrown at me. I failed to adapt. I just gave up. I couldn't. I wasn't. All of my learnings in Toastmasters didn't help. And it can happen to you as well. The stage is bigger than any of us. Your customer is bigger than you. The life of your patients could be bigger than you. Your college is bigger than you. Education is bigger than you. Never think you have mastered it all. Anytime it can happen. Last night, I mean, yesterday I did 2 sessions. Today I was going to come to Vellore only for Bharat. I live in Chennai, 2.5 hours on one way. So my wife is cooking max 2.5 hours one way. Murugan Idli shop 45 minutes. Return 2.5 hours. Murugan Idli shop 1 hour. How long are you going to speak? 30 minutes. Totally 6 hours for a 30 minutes. Why are you going? Yeah, they do all these mathematics. But why do you do it? Yeah, of course for Bharat, but of course for the stage. The stage is always bigger than you. You can never think I have mastered it all. So always remember, you must adapt to the stage. Failures can happen, don't worry about it. You win some contracts, you lose. Are you learning something about it? Suresh? Satish? Thanks for sitting right there. A nameless Satish is sitting. Okay, so for those of you who are following the pressure line, what do you think is the next letter?
C.
VAT, take him to college. Yeah. My final tip to making your speech really powerful. Winning speeches. You know what is it? There is no clue on the screen. Because unless you heard the last year's winning speech, you will not be able to connect it. They call this KISS. They say kiss the audience. Don't get scared, no Satish. I have always practiced it. Keep it simple. Again, I go back to telling your life is remarkable too. Now, Vellore is a perfect place for this metaphor. Stay with me, look at me. How hot is it? Quite hot, right? Imagine now in this hot, you are walking to the exit. Not taking your car or bike, you are walking. Sweltering hot, really difficult. And you turn left, imagine there is a juice shop. The shopkeeper makes amazing mango juice. Neither too salty, not too sweet. Neither too sour, not too sweet. Just the exact sweet. Neither too hot, nor too cold. Just the right amount of chillness. Neither too much, nor too low. Just the right quantity. You get a mug of the juice. Neither too expensive, not too cheap. Get the right amount of juice. And then you drink it. The heat, she's like, where can I get that juice after? Then you drink. Then you keep the mug down. And then the shopkeeper comes and says, hey, here, take this. A little more. You just left in that mix. How do you feel? There is no word for it. You feel more than satisfied. You feel more than happy. You feel, yeah, you can't express that, right? Bring that little extra mango juice to your life. Give that little extra mango juice to your wife or husband. That little extra mango juice to your friends, to your customers, to your parents, to your club members. That little bit extra. Because 100% is expected from you. You go to a shop, pay 50 rupees, get a mango juice. You are expected to get a full mug, right? That little extra. Right? How is the speech? This was done by my good friend called Selvaraj. Yeah, he won in 2023. So there is a story. In 2021, Sachin's speech, my mentor Sridhar Ranganathan came first. 2022, he didn't contest. 2021, I was second, Sridhar was first. 2022, he didn't contest, so I won. Selva came second. 2023, I didn't contest. So who would have won? So only. No, I'm kidding. I didn't contest, that's why he won. No. But he won using the speech. Right? But you see the speech, the power of simplicity. He is speaking about mango juice. Somebody outside of Vellore, this example, if I had gone and given this example in Bangalore, it may or may not work. In Bangalore is a cold place, nobody wants to drink. This is not there, but yet it will appeal. You know what speech I gave when we won? My speech is called Rat in the House. A rat came into our house. Has it happened to you? When a rat came into my house, my wife, being very decisive, she came to me, gave me a simple assignment. She said, Raman, either you or the rat. Here, she gave me a mop. Either you or the rat, anybody can stay tonight. She went inside with the kids, locked the door from inside. So I had to catch the rat. But what did I do? I chased the rat away. I went with the broomstick, the rat ran away. And then I knocked and said, the rat ran away. He said, very good. When you catch the rat, you can come here. I had to wait for the next day when the rat came. And then he kept a rat trap. And this time, masala vada. I fall for a masala vada, so I don't tell the rat. The rat got caught. And so I took that rat trap. I looked at it face to face with the rat. Me and the rat had a conversation. Like, rat, I understand. In my life also, I get chased away by my boss, by my wife. Both are the same, but my wife, my father, my school teachers, my manager at work. Everybody keeps chasing me. I kept chasing you. So and then when masala vada is given, like an increment, or when she opens the latch of the bedroom, come inside. All these are masala vadas, so that you can stay. I would have also fallen for it. So I understand you. Heart to heart connect. And the rat looks back at me and says, sure, but you are the one who trapped me today. There are people who chase you inside this room, outside the room. Here, VP Education says do a manual, do a project, evaluate a speech, test right? Outside there are many people chasing you. But Rahul, you are the one who trapped me, says the rat. And so I turned it around and asked everybody, who did you trap today? Is your husband or wife saying, my husband trapped me, my wife trapped me? Is your teacher saying, correct what stories and all she is writing? Yeah. Your customers, I went to buy one small tile. He sold me a Taj Mahal. Have you trapped anybody? That was my speech. Right? So very simple. See, this one is not simple speech. Many people didn't understand my life, like not even a good speech. How did you win? But very simple point. Right? Something like a rat coming to your house. Something like a speed breaker you face. Something like that little extra languages can be made. So how do you win? How do you make your speech powerful? You speak. Okay, but it's not just any speaking. It's having a story. It's being able to pause. It's being emphatic. It's being able to adapt. I don't know if Bharat was true. I still think Bharat will go and watch Pangua and miss my education session if it happens. But thank you, Bharat, for inviting me to speak. I've enjoyed it. I will leave you all with, before you clap. One fine. What's the timer? Yeah, waiting for the green card to come. It's not coming. Are we good on time or the timer has forgotten? That's okay. That's the mark of a good education session. I was waiting for the green card. But yeah, I will take the yellow card now, whether you want to show it or not. I will leave you with one secret, a life tip. Okay, not just for speech. How many of you know the Dalla horse? Never heard of it? The counterpart for this is the Tanjore dolls. Right? So I'll tell you about the Dalla horse. Dalla horse is made in Sweden, even today. It's the national symbol of Sweden. It is made with wood. It is still, even to this date, handmade. There is no mold, no factory, no automation. There is a tribe, there is a village, the only livelihood for them is making Dalla horses. So, generation after generation do it. They take a wood, manually create the Dalla horse, and they hand paint it. So, Dalla horse is almost like human beings. Each one is different. Yeah? And so, when I happened to meet one of the tribe, I asked them, sir, how do you make a Dalla horse? Can you explain? Because when you go to the village, there is no portrait of a Dalla horse. There is no reference, there is no map, there is no blueprint, there is no architectural text, description, nothing. It is in their mind that they make Dalla horse. So, how do you make it? And then he told me, his name is Olaf. And he said, sir, I take this wood, he showed me a wood, and I cut off everything that is not the Dalla horse. I cut off everything that is not the Dalla horse. There is a life lesson in this. When we create stories, when we create a script, when we talk to people, when we write answers, when we do diagnosis, we are tempted to bring in something. A popular BJP joke, a very popular cricket reference, just to chumma some irrelevant point in the name of lightening the mood, borrowing somebody else's grandfather and killing them. something else, right? We add detail that is not your core message. In your presentations, there are 2, 3 slides that explain who you are, that take the attention from what you are going to say. In your answer sheet, sometimes in your own slide, you're a student, right? 45 minutes I'm thinking she's a student. You're a student, right? You know what I used to do in my exam, when I didn't know the answer especially, I wrote the question one more time. What is the use of a motor? The use of a motor that you can buy in the store is this is the use of it. Have you done that? Similarly, when suddenly you are thrown a question, my mom asked me even yesterday, why do you want to go to night shows? I want to go to night show because it is the night. Because there is no traffic. Because everybody is sleeping. Don't talk English about it. Why are you going to night show? That is not he gets it. My mom till date forbids me from going to night show. I don't know about you, especially Bangalore fellows and all. Night only he is awake. Morning all is sleeping, party guy. But sometimes when a question is asked to you for which you don't have a straight answer, avoid that. Cut off everything that is not Delahorse in your speech, in your evaluations, in your table topics, in your workplace, at college, at hospitals. Cut off everything that's not the Delahorse. You never need a frame of reference. Your story will take reference. I hope you will enjoy the session. Before we get in the claps and I close, is there anything you want to ask? Is there any question?
So that bike race was there, right?
Yeah.
That day was in your office or?
No, he was in the same building. I have not met him before. I didn't meet him after. But he gave me a lovely life lesson. So, he's another Satish. Anything else that you have?
Which speech would you like most in the
Tough question. Tough question. All of it are my own creations, right? So no favorites. Of course, I won with Rat in the House. But yeah, I mean, every speech took me one step closer to my target. Right? So every speech I worked really hard for, and in every speech I put in a lot of myself. So everything is a fragment of my soul. And so I like my left hand and right hand and my tummy also. So all of it are my favorite.
I have one question. Yes, like, suppose you're going for the speech contest and you're sitting in the auditorium in a chair and the person has called you.
Mhm.
Please welcome.
Yeah.
And for the
Yeah.
Toastmaster chair.
Yeah.
So when you're going from your seat to that podium, so can you tell us that what is going inside your mind? What are the thoughts are coming?
Brilliant question. Um, so what happens is it's like you growing up. What do you think of when you are a child? When you come back from school? What do you think of when you are a teenager? When you come back from college? What do you think of right now when you are coming home from work? All of it are same in design. You are going back home, and yet thoughts in your mind are different, right? So as a child, I will go, throw my bag, go to play. As a teenager, come, throw my bag, hide, take my phone out. Boyfriend, girlfriend. Home, will I meet my kids? If you don't have kids and you're newly married, tough. You don't want to go home, but you have to go home too. Your wife is waiting with the stick. But yeah, your thoughts change, right? So when you are a speaker and you're starting your educational journey, or starting your contesting journey, the first 2, 3 years, even today, I'm a nervous wreck. I get very nervous. I actually asked her water bottle and all to prepare. I am really nervous even today because the stage is bigger than me. I have bombed on the biggest stages. So nervousness is always there. So when I was starting the first 2, 3 years, my nervousness took hold. I used to be able to think of nothing else. Sometimes in the AC room, even while walking up to the stage, I used to sweat. Sometimes I used to trip and all. And then I was just adjusting my hip belt and all. And then going, so my mind was preoccupied. Then after I have met a couple of failures, then I'm like, what's the worst that can happen? Yeah, I just what's the worst that can happen? Let's see if I can deliver. But now what has happened is I've gone there so many times that I know what my first line will be. So my mind is on autopilot. They are calling me, I'm getting up. So when the previous speaker is done, there my system starts. 1 minute silence between speakers, and then the name is called out, and I go up, right? So generally, when you are starting, you think, I go up onto the stage, I shake hand, the introducer has left, then only my time on the stage starts. That's what you think, right? But now, my system wakes up when the previous speaker is done speaking. So by the time I go to the stage, I am already in an enhanced state. My engine is started. It's like you driving a car. When you are learning to drive a car, where is the clutch, where is the brake, where is the first gear? Have you felt that? Even bike or whatever, you don't know, right? But now, even when you take the key from your shelf, your mind is ready to drive. And then you don't know which gear you are in. So, what I'm trying to say, convoluted answer, but your system sort of adapts from being scared, afraid, and paying attention to the nervousness to just going up to the stage, doing it all in a motion, opening with the first line, focus shifting from there to here, is what happened. So today when I was going to come up here, I knew I'm going to talk about in search of the championship. And then my content takes center stage. How I deliver is the only part. What I deliver, I already. So you pass through these stages. Nervousness doesn't go, but you get used to it. I hope I answered your question. One final question, maybe.
I have one
Yes.
question.
Okay, two more questions also. Okay. Yes.
Thing is, what actually gave you the confidence to go back to the competition every year? Because you're just demolished, no? After giving,
Exactly.
you're giving such a killer speech, and beyond that, you have not been recognized, or you're coming second, and that's not good enough for you.
Absolutely.
What helps you to pull up your socks and go and show up every single time for the next 8 years?
Excellent question. I'll give you three answers. First of all, I did not know it will take me 8 years. If I had known it will take me 8 years, I would not have gone. If you tell your child, only after 20 years you will start earning money and you can buy a lollipop, you can never tell the child grow up. Right? So I didn't know it will take me 8 years first. Then there are two triggers. One is the internal trigger, what pushes me from inside. Second is my external trigger. I'll talk to you about the external trigger because it is easy. Find a great mentor or mentors, people who you can trust, people who have gone through the grind, people who know what it means to fail, people who won't judge you, people who will tell you the secrets to succeed. You find such good mentors, life becomes easy. Because they will kick on your back and say, all that I know, you go contest. Right? So external trigger. Internal trigger, you know what pushed me? I wanted the trophy. I really wanted it. My father did not tell me participating was important. But if you are going to a contest, you win. Kappu Mukhya Bigile, my father is the owner of the dialogue. But yeah, if you go and contest, you win and come. Otherwise, don't contest. He was very clear. This journey is more important. Enjoy the travel. Chumma. People who don't win say that. I learned so much. Journey is more important than this. I will tell you, shamelessly want a victory. If you are in business, I want the bloody money. I want to be rich. I want to succeed. You don't go to an operation and say, I will enjoy the operation. Patient did it, that's okay. No, right? For all of us, I will study. Studying knowledge is important. Exam fail, that's okay. Even your own parents will stick you. So my father always told me, if you're contesting, you win. Otherwise, don't contest. So for me, I wanted that trophy. I kept seeing people that I know get that trophy. When they win, I disabled my social accounts. Because then next to 1 year they'll tag me also. Thanks Raghavan for competing with me. Competing with you is an honor. There. So for me, the internal trigger was wanting to win. Each of you have a trigger. I'm not saying this is the only way. For some of you, sure, the journey is important. I'm not saying no. I'm not belittling it, saying it all. But for me, the internal trigger was Wangla. But then once I won it, I went and slept. Well, like I should have won it some more years later. I don't regret it, but yeah, that was the final question. Yes.
So we're talking about emphatic, right? Stories being authentic.
Yes.
So we look at our stories here. We
Yeah.
use the main stories to make it. Your stories were smaller. But how do you make smaller stories come out as powerful?
See, I will tell you, when I was chasing the rat, that was the biggest incident of my life. Because my wife actually, she went in, closed the door, and said, "Unless you chase the rat, don't come in." When it is happening to you, it's the biggest story of your life. You have to learn to enjoy life, my dear friends. I'm so thankful you asked the question. Because when you asked me, what is something that has changed your life, what is the answer? I love Toastmasters. Every fiber, nerve, sinew, muscle of my body loves Toastmasters. I travel 6 hours to do a half an hour speech. Why? Because I love it. Why? Because Toastmasters has taught me to live. When I drive to office, I notice these speed breakers. I watch butterflies. My first speech that took me to the division was about a butterfly. So in my mind, these are not small incidents. I want to enjoy these moments. It's like it's like being a poet. Right? Every line of a poem is beautiful. So you want to enjoy it. That happens. I see rhythm in the word Kaushik. I find music in the word Surana. I find Bharat's face coming. I know Satish now, and your face and that red shirt will morph in my dream tonight. Yeah, so Toastmasters teaches you the art of enjoying these things. You have to give it your all. Keep coming back. Do a timer role, do an archon role, do a sergeant at arms role, and just open and close the doors. You never know why you are doing it. Someday it teaches you very much. Thank you so much for asking that question, Pratik. It's a great place to leave the stage. Thank you so much, Bharat, for having me. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. And I think you all might have understood that why I should prefer Toastmaster Rahul's speech. Right? Well, I just have a small request from you, from all of you. So I'll be just saying, one, two, and three. And what you guys have to do, you have to shout Raghavan and Raghavan. So this is a small thing that I want to present for him as he came from a long way for giving us an education session. Okay? So Raghavan and Raghavan.
Raghavan and Raghavan, right? Raghavan, Raghavan. Shameless me and you stand here. Let's see how much you are. I don't want to come in my thing. There is no setup. It will be natural. Art of acting also we should know. Oh, but you want to present it to me, right? Here is a wide lens camera. Take it and then present it to me. If only my father came to know of this. Okay. One, two, video clip, yeah? Mind clip. Just
Okay. One, two, three.
Raghavan, 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 Raghavan.
Thank you so much. Thank you so very much. Why did you say so? Can you say that?
Thank you so much, sir.
Gift to you only said so.
Yeah. So now, I think we all might have learned a lot of insight of this speech. And let's move on to a very important and our favorite segment, and that's table topic. So we are going to have only two speakers, and we will pick the one who are really interested. And for this, I'm going to call the table topic master. Well, this person has done the PhD in hospitality management, and I think he's the best person to serve you topics. Over to you.
Please add my name also in your list so that I can afford my favorite actor movie to get the show of Mr. Sridhar show. So fantastic, sir. Really you motivated us. I think the both Sridhar we are having and both Sridhars are amazing. Fantastic. So this session is known as the table topic master. Table topic. So when I joined this Toastmaster club, so I used to thought that there will be some table would be there, and we'll come over there. We'll talk about some topic. But when I came down on the stage and you have to speak on the field. You get the topic and you get some time to think about that and you have to speak for that topic. So let's start. So I want volunteers for this session. Anyone can join. I request, I prefer to have some guests. Please, please. Topic for you: never judge the book by its cover. Never judge the book by its cover. You can take some time.
Don't hold the time you high. 1 to 2 minutes time.
You can
Yeah, 2 minutes.
Let's walk out and then come back. Let's stay here.
Can you another topic?
No, this is what okay. It was a fine morning. I travel a lot for my work, and it was a night travel. I went all the way from Chennai to Trichy, and it was 4:30 in the morning. I got down at the bus stop. I usually take Ola or Uber because I don't like talking to these the people that like negotiating and everything. I don't like. But I got down the bus and there was this very funny fellow, very funny. There was a please, the auto they want to. I said no. I took my Ola. He said no. Whatever money you tell me, I'll come. And I said I asked him how much it is, and I think he said some reasonable amount. I said okay, let's go. And then he said the auto is right here, sir. Let's go. So we walked along with him, and there's a left turn. There are two huge buildings, and there's one small turn there. And the auto is right there, sir. We go there. It's like Umbu Paniva, Vella Vedi, Vella Chakka, and all of those things. And I said, say, auto again, so we'll get it from there. And then I went inside. And then we go inside, and there is no auto there. And I'm like, where's the auto? He's like, 1 minute, sir, here to he was searching for something. And then he suddenly got hold of my bracelet. And then I was like, what am I doing here? Leave me alone. But like, I don't know why, but I did not shout it. The place was so silent. I couldn't think much. I couldn't resist also, but I bit him for some reason. I didn't shout. And then he plucked the bracelet out of me and we ran away from there. And I didn't chase him also. I just like, stood there completely shocked. And then I walked to the police station. And then, the right across the road was the police booth. I went there into the police booth. The police was not there. He went out somewhere. I stayed there for 2 minutes, and then I thought, this is going to get it more complicated. So I'm not going to complain to the police also. And I left the place.
Second volunteer from the guest. I'll give very simple topic. You are in limelight. I hope so. Like the next time also you wear the same shirt.
With polka dot.
So, topic for you. First impression is the last impression. First impression is the last impression.
to start I was being in Gulf for so many times, so many years. So past few years I was in Gulf. I joined during the Corona. I just came from Gulf and I settled in India. So when I started in the company Thailand, there is one person. He's more expert in migration in my same field. He
something making me to make more work or something like that. But suddenly one point of time, like I don't know, he's going to leave the job, something. So he's just pushing me. I was very hated him like more like. So why is doing all this and more like my shift is like UK or something like USA. So on that time after 3 a.m. only give me more work. So I'm very hated on him and I keep talking back of him to other colleagues. He's giving me lot of work and he's making me like more trouble on me. Like I'm just going to tell to some other management that he's making me somewhat like this. So one point of time, what he taught me is something make me to leave the other show like when he leaves. So that is like the impression what I got from him. So that's the point for me.
So now I hand over to Krishna for the project.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vipin, for getting it started and crispy. Well, actually, we will have more speakers in every topic segment. With the interest of time, of maybe you all have a lot of commitments. So, in the interest of time, you are getting the two speakers, and now you are entering into the heart of the every topic segment. Sorry, Toastmasters meeting, and that's the evaluation. So, to do the first evaluation, I would like to call Toastmaster.
So the title the Toastmaster Monish has spoken, that is the art of command and the understanding leadership styles. What I like about his presentation is the PPT, the way he's presented the PPT. As you notice that in the first slide, the questions were there. So it made the audience engaged and interactive. And generally we think that this generation, right, they're not interested in the history. And have you observed that? That he shared so many examples from the history. Right? How many have heard about the Chori Chora, that incident? I couldn't believe that Monish is sharing that example. So hats off to you, Monish. And how many people have heard about this Chori Chora incident? So, Chori Chora incident, I just put the limelight on that. It happened in Gorakhpur place, where the mob from news people, they have set the police station in fire, and it has killed many people. Because of that, the Mahatma Gandhi has called off the non-cooperation movement. So I was very impressed that he has done the thorough research. And when I came here in morning, so he was there in the car. He was practicing. So this was a dedication he has shown about this presentation. And he also given a live example, that is Skyfall movie, where he is trying to convey the one of the leadership style, like autocratic. That movies, that scene he has portrayed over there. Another, he has given the example of the Stalin. So now what he's trying to say with the examples, as Sir also mentioned, he is trying to build a story to give the proper message to the audience. So this is the best quality, best thing is about his presentation. So what are the improvement he could have done, that the summarization of this story, the summarization of the message could have been better. That's the one thing. And some filler words could have been avoided. So this overall report from my side. Thank you, sir. So I hand over to
Thank you, Toastmaster Vipin, for your clear report. And now I'd like to call Toastmaster Kaushik to give the report for Speaker 2.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Before the timer starts, we'll practice so don't mind, alright? So, firstly, my target speaker, Toastmaster Calvin, did a phenomenal job. You have matched your speech criteria. Now, your speech had a body as well as introduction and conclusion, which is very basic, and you did that. So, some of the things that I love about your speech. So, firstly, your confidence. You're very confident. You're walking around. You're making eye contact with everybody from every corner of the room. Is something I really love. Now, you also moved around in stage. You didn't just stick to one spot. So that's very good. Secondly, I love the way that you were convicted on few points. How you showed conviction, especially in your conclusion and during parts of your speech. So very good job on that. So overall, those things are really good, and I love those things. Now, things that you could improve on. Something that Sir put forth. Yes, everybody, but keep it simple. So yours had introduction, body, and conclusion, but within the body there were a lot more things than. So let's keep that part simple. But apart from that, it was good. So keep it simple. And lastly, one thing that I want you to try in your speeches is pause. So you can try pause. You're confident. You're a very confident speaker, and I think you could always give a pause. So with that, I can conclude my evaluation. Best wishes. I'll also be evaluated for Toastmaster. So Toastmaster Chino, was that your first speech? Didn't look like didn't look like it. First of all, wow. I think you're already a confident person as well as a confident speaker. I think he's done a great job before coming here at Toastmasters, I believe. So, firstly, again, your speech had a body, intro, body, as well as conclusion, which matches the basic of speeches. And you also kept it simple. You kept your speech very simple. I love how the way you introduced, and you were confident enough to pause. And that is very important, especially for a very touching story. So, you did that part really well. You paused and you looked at the audience, and that makes you connect with your audience. Now, something that I want you to try is nothing. This was your first speech as Toastmasters and you were really good. I think you can do a really great job here. So I wish you all the very best. And keep coming. I think we have a great speaker here with us. So thank you.
Thank you, those. Thank you, Toastmaster Kaushik, for evaluating two people. That's a very big task. And yeah, so now I'd like to call the fourth evaluator, Toastmaster Kritika.
Toastmaster Kritika, when you concluded your speech, you said this happiness is a very subjective concept, and you can learn anything that you decide. You set your mind to. I think that was a very wonderful lesson that you said through your speech via various methods. See, let me tell you something that I really like about your speech. For an icebreaker, this was very wonderfully done. I mean, my icebreaker, even in my icebreaker, I had a lot of pauses. I had to stammer a bit, and there were like this. You see, there were many hesitation points, but you were very fluent. The next point I really liked about it was your hand gestures. You always kept it like you kept moving your hand. It was very to the point. I think that was really really good. And you also used the stage a bit. You moved around a bit over here and here, and that a very very remarkable task. And let me tell you one thing that I think you should improve to make yourself a great great speaker. I think your vocal variety needs to be a bit. You need to improve. You need to explore various your vocal variety a bit. So to summarize this, I think your speech was wonderful. You had wonderful hand gesture. Your body language was perfect, and you used the stage wonderfully. And you need to improve upon your vocal variety. Thank you.
Thank you, evaluators. All four of you, sorry, three of you have given wonderful evaluations. And with this, we are coming to the end of this meeting. Well, before having the PO address, I would like to share you a Google form. So, which is for the ballots. We will be choosing the best speaker, best evaluator, and the all other things. So, I just shared in the guest group. So, I don't think everyone of you are in the guest group. Let me know if you're not in the guest group. I'll share it with you personally. If anybody is not in the guest group. Okay. Everyone has responded? Yes. Has anyone responded? Okay, I'll take it a yes. And yeah. So we'll actually you just check how many responses. Okay, that's good. Okay, when parallelly he's writing the certificates, can we have some feedback from the guest? A small feedback about how you felt in this session. Maybe starting
I felt it's very wonderful actually. The online sessions were totally different from the live sessions. It was so amazing actually. Mainly sir's speech was like mind blowing. I enjoyed it and I will never regret how it comes.
thank you so much, Ritu, for your wonderful feedback. And I guess ask from Shri one more. If you can come on the stage, that would be great.
Nice experience. Whether I'm an introvert, not, I'm not socializing, so that get experience mind blowing. I saw the new opportunities, different fields, and
Thank you, Shri one more, for your wonderful feedback. I would like to have some service.
Yeah, I said like I was really not much know about Toastmasters. I thought it's like a course or something. I have to pay instantly for it. After coming here, I just also prepared and told me like it's kind of something community kind of thing. After coming here, I just saw that one and it's like good because I have more nervousness, but in company I just speak in presentation everything, but that will be like online only, and I don't have fear or something like that. So here it should be a little bit nervous. I think I keep on doing the presentation or something or talking on table talk like what we have in the session. So that makes me more come out of nervousness and I may improve my leadership skill. And also sirs this one presentation it's make me very eager to be become like a team to be like a whatever some part of those processes are there. So I may try to get like how we achieve it. So I may also try to get like that. So it was very nice, nice meeting you. A nice meeting you. Thank you.
Thank you, Satish, for your wonderful feedback. And yeah, we have from anyone else?
Hi everybody, it's a very wonderful. Actually, I learned a lot. And actually, by 12:30, usually I used to get the lunch, so that is the time. But I thought that while coming itself, my lunch will be missed. But after hearing his sir speech, it will be a full meal for me. So, happy I will join this Toastmaster, and I try to improve this in communication. Thank you.
Good afternoon. As I already told, we have been to Vellore for the past 1 year. So when I was in Chennai, I used to have a lot of friends. I love to meet people, but in this 1 year, I was not able to meet people because I don't have friends or relatives here. My husband used to travel a lot, so I'll be out alone in the home. I have my business to run, even though I was not communicating with people, so that part I was missing. So we wanted to connect ourselves with people first of all. So that's why we came here. Personally, I came here. So I think seeing a lot of people is good for me. So and I'm a person who are very much interested in listening stories, that to real life stories. So I think I got a bunch of stories here. So happy to be here. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And we have from you.
So thanks so much for this. I think one thing I love about this is the community feeling that I get when I come to this. We all talk the same language. But after a long time, I felt nervous. I was like, yeah, this. And when sir was saying, he said that spirit of competitiveness, right? So, I also have the same spirit of competitiveness, and just I realized that for the past 10 years at least, I haven't gone through that spirit of competitiveness after the college days. And this will drive me and this will be
Once again. So this was really amazing. First of all, I want to thank you, Mr. Mohammed. So he called me. So he said like just come and as a guest, have a look, see what's happening here. So now I have a clear vision. What is happening here? How we can build a relationship with each other? How I can present myself in the stage. So Mr. Sir, so the presentation I saw that fear is the thing that keeps on running in my mind. So that I have to come out from that one. As I like for 30 minutes speech is coming all the way from Chennai and presenting that values the Toastmaster and Mr. Nitin has spoken to him. So this kind of community, it's going to help me out. Sure. Thank you once again.
Thank you so much, all the guests. I think this could be one of the best feedback that we have received. And yeah, and I hope you all had a very great time. Which is, without wasting any time, I would like to hand over to the presiding officer.
Thank you, Toastmaster. So I think that was a wonderful session. We've seen from your positive feedbacks. So firstly, let's move to the best role players as well as speakers for today's session. And I request distinguished Toastmaster to come us. So firstly, for the best table topic speaker, we have guest John. The best evaluator, it's me. You guys. Come on, thank you. So, the last awards for the best speaker, the first place goes to Toastmaster Kritika. The second place, Toastmaster Carolyn. So actually, before today's meeting, we were planning on who to bring and so on. And our immediate past president, Bharat, said, "Hey." Avansa said, "Okay." I was very happy because this is the second time he's coming here. The first time it was on Zoom. And I'm sure Zoom meetings are a bit different than this meeting. And on Zoom, I was trying not to laugh. And he's like, even if you cover your mouth, I can make you laugh. And I started laughing. So, and you must all know he's a very charismatic person. And I was very thankful. And I was excited. And thanks for coming all the way from Chennai for a 30-minute speech and impacting a lot of people here. So, from Vellore Toastmasters Club, from Bharat, and everybody here, we have a small token of appreciation that we would like to give. Bharat, you will also join us.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Bharat. You guys.
If you could just speak one or two words about the club and how
I mean, great club. I think the energy is amazing. So the biggest challenge in front of you is to become a Toastmaster. Becoming Toastmasters is easy. Staying a Toastmaster is very tough. So commit yourselves. If you are really particular about improving yourself, you are in the right place. So all the very best to all of you. No role is too small. No role is too big. No contest is too tough. No contest is too easy. All the best and enjoy the journey. I'll meet you all in Chennai someday. Very soon. Yeah? Thank you so much, Kaushik. All the best. You're doing very well. Thank you.
So, and as we come to the end of the meeting, just a few announcements. And first of all, I want to thank Toastmaster Monesh as well as the two others, our Sergeant at Arms, for setting up this room and the whole meeting space. Thank you, Monesh and team. So, a few announcements. So, next week we'll have our meeting at the same time. And another speaker, Manjuke Manohar, she is a TEDx speaker as well as a TEDx coach. She's coming next week on the same day, and hope to see you all in that particular meeting. and our BPM came up with a discount for a membership. We have a small discount for the membership if done in the next 1 week. So with that, I want to conclude and hope I will see you all in the next coming week. Thank you and enjoy the rest of your day. There's a center here for a group picture and we are good.
I will hide my tall people are back. Satish, who will take picture? But if I take any guys,
Tell if you're taking.
some of the sit, yeah.
Yeah, we can do 4 chairs.
நிக்கிறேன் நானு பின்னாடி தெரியும்
Please. Bharat.
Inside.
The chair is not sitting right. Everybody is covered.
Why don't you camera?
Yeah, it is at right angle already. ಇದಕ್ಕೂ ಮೇಲೆ wide angle ಏನು ನಿಂತಿದೆ.
Okay. You sit
Let's be tallest in the room.
Everybody is covering it.
Thumbs up.
Thank you. I will send it to Bharat.
Document up.
Done. Next thing is wrong.
Next week.
Same here. Kalini. We are not even ready to only kind of product speaking. அப்ப இது பாருங்க இப்ப நான் சொல்றேன் இந்த product speaking போது இப்ப ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்கா வாங்கி கொடுப்போம். சோ நம்ம இந்த ஆக்ஷன் பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னு நினைச்சோம். எப்பவுமே மனசு ஆக்ஷன் கேப் இருந்துட்டே இருக்கும். எல்லாம் 3 நிமிஷமே இருக்கு. நம்ம வந்து இந்த பெருசு அப்படின்னு சொல்றது கையை பெருசாகவும் மைண்ட்ல நினைக்கிறது ஒரு ஸ்பீட்ல இருக்கும், பேசுறது ஒரு ஸ்பீட்ல இருக்கும், பண்றது ஒரு ஸ்பீட்ல இருக்கும். ஸோ இதுக்கு நல்ல மிஸ்மேட்ச் வந்துடும். நம்ம எங்க இருக்கும்போது எல்லாம் செய்யணும் வேகமாக ஸ்லோனஸ். ஸோ அதை மாதிரி நான் பேசுறது கை தெரியுமா வச்சுக்கலாம், கை ஓப்பனாக வாடி வச்சுக்கூடாது, வச்சுக்கூடாது, கையில் பேனா வச்சுக்கூடாது, எதுவுமே இல்லாமல் பேசுறதை பற்றி அப்போ ஆட்டோமேட்டிக் ரெண்டு என்ன பண்ணுறது தெரியாது பண்ண ஆரம்பிச்சாங்க. அப்போ உங்கள் பாடி வந்து வெளியோட பேசும்போது அது சீமா தான் பேசுறாரு. கை இது பண்ணுவா ஆனா அதை யோசிச்சு யோசிச்சு பண்ணணும்னு நினைக்கும் போது distinguished class of part of you. பேசுறதுல நம்ம ஒன்றிக்கணும், அந்த வார்த்தைகளும் ஒன்றிக்கணும். நிறைய practice பண்ணுவேன். I'm speaking. So நீங்க அதை பத்தி கவலை என்னைக்கு அதை பத்தி கவலைப்படுறது எடுக்கணும் அன்னைக்கு தானே தேடி போகாம அது பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஐ பிலீவ் good all the best. Same here, same. Students, all the best. Nice job, sir. Surana, now you are going to I'll remember that. But come on, yes, sir. You are asking something so see you. I take care. But 5 minutes. So
Yeah.
I could get another day in this week, right?
Another club,
Yeah, another club as well. No, today I'll do it. Project 3 I'll do it some other day. I'm not sure if I can come the next week. I mean, next 3 weeks I have no question. I have a lot of interviews I'm doing there.
Okay, then I'll put a request in other groups also. If I get somebody gets in touch with me, I get so you can go in. I think you did one today. So this is your level 1 project 2. Then you next week if you give it, then
Can I have this, Manish?
Manish?
Wait, I will take my phone, right?
Yeah.
Now two more. Just write the name of the topic.
How? What?